Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we're obviously very excited to be here in Omaha. Great reception thus far. Hopefully, we get one tomorrow night too. But we're healthy, excited, and playing very good basketball right now. Hopefully, we can keep that going.
Start in the back. Thank you.
Mike Waters, Syracuse Post-Standard. Can playing the zone on defense help you offensively when you go up against another zone?
Uh, I think so. There's a little more familiarity. Uh, I think you respect it even more because you know a little bit more of the intricacies of, you know, playing it. And so when you see Syracuse play it, you have an appreciation for how well they do the way they do their zone, and some of the changes that they make as the year goes along, as their players improve, which Jim's players always improve. And but yeah, I think it helps both teams. I think understand that.
Kate Carlton, South Boston News Record. Coach, you kind of been an up and down team from three this year, but last weekend you drained.
I'm sorry, we've been an up and down
from 3-point land this year, but last weekend, you drained 20 plus threes and you did it on a high percentage. What was the key last weekend to get anything going from three?
Our guys hit shots. I think offense is an up and down type of thing, but overall we've been an outstanding offensive. We haven't been an up and down offensive team. We've been a good offensive team all year long, and if you are not hitting if you only depend on the three, then you're going to be in trouble. But we've been a good rebounding team, and we have good inside players. So I think more balance. Balance is the key to being a really good offensive team, and for the most part, we've had that. Hopefully we'll be able to hit the three tomorrow, but I'd be more concerned with just having balance.
Sam McDowell, the Kansas City Star. Mike, there's been a lot of talk just about player compensation. Do you feel like the model that you guys have currently is the right model for college basketball, or does it need changes or tweaks at all?
It's not my model that we guys have. We do what the guys tell us to do. Okay, so no, the model needs to be changed. Especially in regards to what a kid and his family can do before they come to your institution, and because the school and the coaches have no control over that, and I think it starts with that and a different definition of amateurism, and whatever that does once they get there. The kids get a lot right now. In the last 3 to 4 years, I'm not sure how much research you've done in it, but if you would compare what kids get today as compared to 4 years ago, it's a dramatic improvement. Dramatic, not small, dramatic. And but again, I'd like for them to take a look at what happens before you get them, and to make sure that the kid and his family are afforded the opportunity to max out, like anyone else in our country, what talent will give you.
Eric Olson with the Associated Press. I guess looking back at that meeting that you had with Syracuse back in February, how useful is the tape of that in preparing for this one?
Well, the game we didn't meet with them, but we had a game with them. And I didn't think either team played well. And sometimes that happens in a grueling conference schedule. Hopefully the other team isn't playing well and you're playing well. But I thought we were both a little bit run down during that time. And so I don't think it's a good indicator. I think I heard Marvin mention something about it, that they're different and we are too. They're better, we're better. Marvin had been out for 2 weeks and he just came back that day. Brissett and Dolezaj, for them, are different players now than they were, on February 24th. We're both better teams right now.
Jeff Goodman with ESPN. Mike, I have a very serious question for you. You've been around Jim Boeheim. It is about time, that's true. You've been around Jim for a lot of summers in a row.
Right.
So I want your best Jim Boeheim impression.
No, I'm not. Look, I'm not Billy Crystal here or whatever. Jim Boeheim to me is my best friend in coaching, and one of the really great coaches in the history of our game. And what he did to spend 11 years as I call my co-coach with US was terrific. And I could not have had a better guy. That's why I chose him and asked him 3 times to be that. And so we have a bond that is very, very tight, and so do our families. So that's the difficult part about tomorrow. But the fact that we're both here, that's good. That's good. But I love Jim and his family and what he's done for us and for the United States.
Matt Park from Syracuse IMG. Just a quick follow-up to that, Coach. Anything specific to the zone where it almost feels like he's kind of joked about you stealing something out of his playbook?
He doesn't have a playbook.
You're right about that.
Yeah, I know. No, he does not have a playbook. It's all right here.
And I guess my real question would be, since you've been through this so much and more than anybody, is there skill in going from the second round to this weekend?
Just some of it's luck, Some of it's luck. You're healthy. You got a matchup that was more conducive to you than the other guy, and sometimes you're just like, for us, we're playing well, so we're playing our best basketball, and the zone itself, I learned a lot from Jim, but also from Mike Hopkins and Jeff Capel. We spent a lot of time. With the U.S., you're with all these guys, and you're not just watching tape of Uruguay or Puerto Rico or whatever, Argentina. You're there with Thibodeau, with Monty Williams, with D'Antoni, McMillan, and all these guys. And so you talk a lot about basketball, and no one really has that opportunity. You don't do that. And so, Jim and Mike Hopkins did an amazing job behind the scenes and so we learned a lot. We used it one time, and we won a game in Madrid against Spain, a big-time game. But we practiced it a little bit.
We are halfway through the session. We have 2 questions up. First one's here.
Michael Presti, NCAA.com. 2 things. One, how difficult is it to coach against a good friend when you get in the NCAA tournament and someone has to go home? And secondly, how much do you enjoy being the youngest coach in the game tomorrow?
Yeah, I like the second question better, and a lot younger in every aspect. But you know what? We're both professionals. And, for me, coaching against a former player who played for me or a good friend, I never look at the other sideline. It's Duke against Syracuse, and he's going to go after us. We're going to go after him, and we'll be friends before and after and during, But you wouldn't show respect for someone you loved and had respect for by not giving your best. And so I expect his best, and I know he expects that from me.
Mike, I'm Lee Barfnick from the Omaha World Herald. What do you recall from traveling the back roads of Nebraska in 1981 and 82? And Bill Jackman says hi. Yeah, well, Bill was a great kid, and for us, we had to fly to Denver to get to Grant, Nebraska, and we enjoyed it. They're great people, and we're great. We're really good friends, and it was a time where, he felt the necessity of getting back to Nebraska for family reasons, but we've maintained a great friendship. I thought he was a fantastic player and even a better person, and he's proved to be a really good player, but he's really fulfilled the other part of it
extremely well.
Coach, thank you for your time. Matthew Gutierrez from the Philadelphia Inquirer. Michael Buckmeyer, walk-on. What have you seen from him and his role as a walk-on, and sort of what does he bring to the team?
Yeah, we don't. It's tough to get, without insulting our student body, the level of athlete that could be a walk-on on our team, and Buck does that. Plus he's smart, and he played in a really good league in Philadelphia, and he's been terrific. Much better than I could have expected. His dad was a great soccer player at Duke, and so the athleticism, I think, comes from that. But we're happy to have him.
Anything else for the head coach of Duke? Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Good
it.
luck.